Welcome back to the Ask for Speed channel. I'm Jason Speed, bringing you another episode of Speed's Premium Reviews. And if you thought Subarus were boring, this one might change your mind. This is the 2022 Subaru Outback Wilderness, and it's not like your average Subaru. It's actually built to leave the pavement. It's basically a lifted off-road ready wagon with way more capability than you might think. Stick around. I'd love to show it to you. We always start by taking a look under the hood. This Subaru has a 2.4 liter turbocharged four-cylinder, giving you 260 horsepower, 277 pound-feet of torque, and that's adequate power for a vehicle this size. It's not fast like a sports car, however, it does give you the torque when it matters. Its 0 to 60 is somewhere in the high fives to low sixes, and it's paired with a Subaru Lineartronic CVT transmission.
It's redundant.
Giving you 22 miles per gallon in the city, 26 on the highway, and when properly equipped, you can pull up to 3,500 pounds, which is a huge upgrade from the normal Outback. So what makes the Wilderness different? About 9.5 inches of ground clearance, which is more than most SUVs. All-terrain Yokohama tires, front skid plates. It's got retuned all-wheel drive plus dual function X mode for sand, mud, dirt, etc., and shorter gearing for better low-end pull. It's even got upgraded roof rails rated for 700-pound static for rooftop tent. This isn't just an appearance package. They've actually engineered this thing to go off-road. Okay.
That we're in the interior, you can see the point of view from the driver's seat. Subaru kept everything very practical, but made the interior tough. You definitely have the massive vertical touchscreen there. You have a ton of visibility, which is something Subaru is always strong in. You can see all the way around. You have your blind spot that we mentioned outside. Everything's heated, your heated seats, heated steering wheel, and these seats are water-resistant StarTech seats. So it's not made for people who want to baby their interior. You can get this thing dirty and not worry about cleaning it later. The design for a little bit of a shelf there going across the dash and into the door. The steering wheel feels comfortable. Even though it feels a little small, it still feels comfortable with the 10-2. You got your Subaru cruise control, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, all the stuff that comes with it. Even paddle shifters, which I think is a really nice feature, especially for off-road. Something to hold your tacos, garage door openers, power dimming mirror with the compass built in. Not a bad job on the interior. And check out how the camera looks. An ample amount of space in the back seat, and even more cargo space when the seats are folded down, or even with the 60/40 seating arrangement. I can really appreciate the Subaru Wilderness badging everywhere in the car. You have the tags on the door, which are soft touch leather surfaces. You have, of course, the embroidery in the seats. Really makes you feel like you can go anywhere that most people wouldn't even try with an SUV. Since we're inside and it's running, why don't we take it for a quick drive? Now, coming from someone who sold Jeep for 10 years, I can appreciate what Subaru does with their off-road capability, being that that's all I did was talk about how Jeeps can go off-road. The capability in this might surprise you. I remember a big deal about the Grand Cherokee having 8 inches of ground clearance. This has 9.5. It still only has a 4-cylinder, and it's adequately powered. It'll get up and move when you want it to. I definitely like the aspect of the paddle shifters when going off road, so that you can manually get through some of those gears and some of the terrain that you get through. Gives you more manual control over it, and in my experience, kind of a better experience doing it. Most people who are going to buy this car, much like Jeeps, are going to buy it because of the looks. They want something that kind of stands out a little bit, is a little bit of a head turner, a little bit different from the everyday. That's what this car, most people who are going to buy it, that's what this car is for. Which is sad because there's so many cool places that you can go see if you only knew what kind of capability you had at your fingertips. Drives okay, not terrible, not fantastic. Brakes pretty smooth, accelerates pretty smooth. You definitely feel the difference in the all-terrain tires. A little bit more of a rugged ride. Not a complaint, just not so much of a preference for me. Corners pretty smooth, no complaints there. And you'd expect that that kind of traction with all-wheel drive.
Not a bad drive, not a terrible drive, not a fantastic drive. So I would say maybe somewhere in the neighborhood of 7.2 on the SPR rating. So value is really what makes this Subaru Outback interesting. It's a lot less money than most off-road SUVs, and you get better fuel economy than most trucks or Jeep. It's like getting all the capability, but without committing to the off-road lifestyle 24/7. Which begs the question, would you take the Outback Wilderness or go full-on Jeep Wrangler? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It means so much to me to get your continued help in getting this channel to grow. If you wouldn't mind, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next Speeds Pre-Owned Reviews. If you'd like to come check this out, I'll make it easy for you.